With the 6-direction or the 6D lunge matrix, we're going to be using weight or no weight, depending on what your therapist has instructed you to do in your home program. And we're going to go through all 6 directions in the lunge matrix. You'll go forward in the sagittal plane and come back and bring your hands up overhead. Then you'll go backwards, bringing the weight or your hands to your knee and then up overhead. You repeat that 5 or 10 times, depending on how many repetitions your therapist has instructed you to do in your home program. And that's both directions in the sagittal plane. Then we're going to go in the frontal plane, off to the outside, bringing the weights to your knee and up overhead, and then across the front of the body with the weights to your knee and then up overhead. Again, the number of repetitions you do is based on what your therapist has instructed you in your home program. Make sure you keep your hips back and your shoulders up when you're going down into that lunge. The third direction is the transverse plane. We're going to go back to the 5 o'clock position, bring the weights up overhead, and then across to the 9 o'clock position and bring the weights up overhead. Back to 5 o'clock, weights up overhead, and 9 o'clock, weights up overhead. I'm letting my body, my hips, my shoulders, everything rotate in that transverse plane with this exercise. Then we'll repeat that with the other leg. Front of the sagittal plane forward, sagittal plane backward. Make sure you keep your head and shoulders up as you come forward with the weight. And same thing when you come backwards with the weight. Frontal plane, off to the side. Bring the weights up overhead. And then across the front. Bring the weights up overhead. Off to the side. Again, you're going to do this the number of repetitions that your therapist has instructed you. Progression with these exercises isn't necessarily increasing beyond 10 repetitions, but increasing the speed. And the third direction is transverse plane. Back to 7 o'clock, bring the weight up overhead, then across to 3 o'clock, and then bring the weights up overhead. Back to 7 o'clock, bring the weights up overhead, over to 3 o'clock, bring the weights up overhead. And this way you'll just have fun.